Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button, like, comment, and share. Enjoy. Hello, and happy day. How does slowing down sound to you today? Would you like to reduce the noise for just a bit? Are you ready to make a choice and decide to listen? My name is Igor S.F. Walker, and I am here to remind people to slow down, to reduce the noise, to walk their lives into a natural flow. You see, my aim in life is joy, inspiration, health and wellness, and harmony. Everything I do is driven by these thoughts. So, what is strategic intervention anyway? SI is a project created with the goal of identifying the most effective methods needed in order to improve everyday life, to improve performance, and in order to accomplish individual change or change in group culture through communication, raising awareness, and strategic planning. Self-awareness plus social awareness plus self-management equals win the day. Strategic intervention accomplishes this by connecting the most effective ways of communication, strategies from disciplines like Ericksonian psychology, strategic family therapy, human needs psychology, organizational psychology, neuro-linguistic programming, psychology of influence, tradition of diplomacy and negotiation, and other strategic studies. I became a strategic interventionist. I became a human needs master, a master of life awareness. Human needs psychology plus emotional intelligence plus universal laws of nature, master of life awareness. So, human needs psychology. Groundbreaking strategies incorporating the revolutionary human needs psychology and other high-quality disciplines to release stress, anger, fear, overeating, depression, pain, negative patterns, sexual dysfunction, and even long-term addictions. Using techniques including Ericksonian therapy, strategic family therapy, organizational psychology, neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, transactional analysis, psychology of influence, strategic studies, tradition of diplomacy, conflict resolution, negotiation, and more. Human needs psychology is a practical way of discovering what motivates each person to behave, react, and relate in the way they do. It provides us with a compendium of effective strategies for promoting both individual and group change. Most problems can be resolved by clarifying our beliefs, our values, and our purpose, and by making strategic decisions and taking specific action. These problems then tend to be solved most effectively as a result of taking responsibility for how we have perceived our lives. A person's increased growth, recognizing how we meet 6 human needs and deciding to meet these needs in positive rather than negative ways. Understanding the meaning we give to circumstances, situations, and occurrences. Mastering of his or her emotions, making decisions that are aligned with what we truly desire with a focus on growth and contribution, choosing a life purpose and living in alignment with that purpose. So, strategic intervention. Human needs psychology originates with the understanding of the power of meaning to shape all aspects of human beings' life, influenced by the great insights and works of Abraham Maslow, Viktor Frankl, and Milton Erickson's creative breakthroughs in human intervention, also grounded in the work of Gregory Bateson, figure critical in the development of disciplines such as game theory, cybernetics, neurolinguistics, organizational psychology, management psychology, and dozens of other systemic disciplines. Anthony Robbins, is recognized as one of the most highly skilled thinkers and practitioners of strategic intervention and human need psychology. SI encompasses strategies that span from the belief systems and emotional patterns within an individual, to individual relationships, to group dynamics, to organizational and cultural interventions. Together, we look for an eminently practical method, taking action in a strategic way to get things done so that the human needs are fulfilled and elevated. Why? Because solutions are based on the principle of growth and contribution. Any change, when it is enforced by growth and contribution, not only sticks, but it goes on to positively influence hundreds of other people. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence helps you build stronger relationships, succeed at school and at work, and achieve your career and personal goals. It can also help you connect with your feelings, turn intention into action, and make more decisions about what matters most to you. The ability to understand, use, and manage your emotions in positive ways, to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. Emotional intelligence is commonly defined with 4 attributes. Self-awareness. You recognize your emotions and how they affect yourself and your behavior. You know your strengths and weaknesses, and you have self-confidence. Self-management. The ability to control impulsive feelings and behaviors, manage your emotions in healthy ways, taking initiative, following through on actions, and adapt to changing circumstances. Relationship management. You know how to develop and maintain good relationships. You can communicate clearly. You can inspire and influence others. You can work well in a team and manage conflict and social awareness. You have empathy. You can understand the emotions, needs, and concerns of other people. Pick up on emotional cues, feel comfortable socially, and recognize the power dynamics in a group or an organization. You are not your emotion. Your emotion is present to show you your relationship with the current experience. Keeping your attention on you and what you and where you give your power to your emotion is the key to true self-empowerment. Each one of us has the innate ability to listen to our own intuition. Ask ourselves what feels true and what feels aligned. You will not only learn for yourself how to align your thoughts, feelings, and being, but you will come to understand and learn how to guide others to the innate knowledge of self. It takes time and practice to develop emotional intelligence, but first, you must have a growth mindset and a belief that you can improve your EQ no matter where you start from. There is no limit to how much you can improve your emotional intelligence. The goal here is to help you understand why you do what you do, and why you think what you think, and why you feel what you feel, in order to expand and increase the vibration of your current reality. So, universal laws of nature. Universal laws can also be viewed as guidelines for behavior that will enhance our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual growth. So these laws govern all of us and all other natural entities. We can learn about them and then utilize them to our own advantage. Happier, healthier lives. The universal laws are all interrelated and are founded on the understanding that everything in the universe is energy, including us, and that energy moves in a circular fashion. At the microscopic level, we are a whirling mass of electrons and energy atoms spinning rapidly In fact, everything in the world is comprised of energy, and we are intimately connected with this field of energy, this sea of whirling electrons. Our thoughts, feelings, words, and actions are all energy. What we think, feel, say, and do in each moment comes back to us to create our reality. Energy moves in circles, so what goes around comes around. A combined thoughts, feelings, words, and actions of everyone on the planet creates our collective consciousness. It creates the world we see around us. The exciting news is, because our thoughts, feelings, words, and actions create the world around us, we have the power to create the world of peace, harmony, and abundance. In order to do this, it is essential that we learn to control our thoughts and our emotions. The laws not only describe how to behave as to be in order to maximize potential of your being, but they also clarify much about your cosmic links and spiritual heritage by being aware of what they mean. However broadly, you will understand literally the meaning of life, of being spiritual, and the meaning of God. There are over 100 of these amazing laws, and they are pretty old, and their origins were dropped in the mists of time. However, spiritual teachers revived knowledge of them with the 19th and early 20th century as a result of their own investigation and then information channeled to them. Since then, they have faded into humble again, which is a pity in view of the important guidance they offer to assist your path as a human being and as a soul, and to assist with your connection to the spirit. Finally, flow, the science of optimal state of being. You know that state we're in when we act with razor-sharp focus. Our confidence is overwhelming with certainty. Our body and mind adapts to the situation effortlessly. It is in this state that we take giant steps in our level of fulfillment, moving in the direction that we previously not even dreamt of. In it, we are completely dissolved in what we are doing, so much so that it feels like time is slowing down. We're so deeply in the present moment that we merge with the activity itself, giving us the overwhelming feeling of being at one. In that state, there is no doubt. There are no stresses or pressures blocking us from achieving what we want. There is no inner voice criticizing every move we make. We are completely immersed in the task at hand. The state is not elusive. It is not mystical. It is called the flow state. When we are in flow, we are adjusting to the reality cues, like riding a flow wave. We experience the most desirable state we may find ourselves in, and it is about total trust and total absence of fear, a sense of extreme happiness, connectedness, and harmony pervades into your being. You feel in tune with the task, moving with the accuracy and composure, and fully enjoying every second of it. Athletes call it runner's high, or being in the zone. Others call it heightened state of consciousness. Buddhists call it nirvana. So, gift yourself by taking the free human needs test on my website and find out what actually motivates you, what innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. And if you feel you are ready to improve your self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, and relationship management even further, do check out my Master of Life Awareness program. The links are in the description below. Thank you. Love and respect.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button, like, comment, and share. Enjoy.